Good morning, class 12th. Welcome to economics class. Children, in the last class, we have completed chapter number 13, that was money. I hope you have done all the assignments, right? Now, children, today onwards, we'll be starting up with a new chapter, that is chapter number 14, and the name of the chapter is banking. Children, this money and banking is a one unit. Okay, so after completing this chapter, we'll be completing the second unit of the book, right? First was demand, theory of demand and elasticity. The second includes two chapters, that is money and banking, right children? So today onwards, we'll be starting up chapter number 14, that is banking. Children, in this chapter, we need to talk in detail about bank, right? What is bank? What are its functions? How many types of banks are there? What is its importance? What is the role of bank, right, children? So, first of all, we'll be starting with the first topic, that is what is bank, or you can say definition of bank. Children, a bank is an institution that accepts deposit of the money from the public, withdrawable by check or otherwise, and uses the money so collected for lending to the household, the firm, and the government. Indian Banking Regulation Act is 1949, and it defines the bank as an institution of accepting for the purpose of lending or investing of deposit of money from the public, repayable on demand or otherwise, and withdrawable by check, draft, order, or otherwise. Right, children? It is important to know three important things here in this definition. Number one, the essential function of bank is to accept checkable deposits from the public. So the first important feature of bank is they accept deposit from the public. Second is that the bank uses these deposits for lending to others and undertaking investment in security. Right, children? So the first is accepting deposit, second is lending money. Third is creation of money is a unique characteristics of commercial bank. Their debt circulate as money in the economy. Bank have the power to create and destroy the money through their lending activities. Children, money created by commercial bank is known as deposit money or bank money. This we have studied in the last chapter also, right? So in all, you can say the Banking Company Act of India, that is 1949, defines the bank as a financial institution which accepts money from the public for the purpose of lending or investment, repayable on demand or otherwise, which is withdrawable by check, draft or order or otherwise. Right, children? This definition you need to learn. This is a definition given by Indian Banking Regulation Act, and it is 1949. Right, children? Now, children, coming to the next topic, that is types of bank. Children, basically there are many more types of bank, but in your ISC syllabus, you need to talk mainly about two types of bank, that is commercial bank and central bank. There are many more types of bank like central bank, commercial bank, cooperative bank, regional rural bank, land development bank, exchange bank, exim bank, developmental banks, and miscellaneous banks. Fine. But you need to talk in detail about the two, that is commercial bank and central bank. This I have mentioned in the slide. Right, children? Now, we'll be talking about these two banks in detail. Coming to the first, commercial bank, and the second will be central bank. We'll be talking only about these two. Starting from central bank. Children, central bank, you have already studied about this in the previous classes. So central bank is what? The central bank in India is RBI, right? So there are main two types of bank in every country. Number one, central bank. Number two, commercial bank. So children, central bank. The central bank is an apex institution in the banking and the financial structure of the country. It is the central bank which issues currency in the country. It also controls and regulates the banking and financial structure of the country. There is usually one central bank in every country. In India, it is RBI, that is Reserve Bank of India. And it is known as the central bank of our country. Children, I have mentioned this in the slide. You can see central bank is defined as an institution charged with the responsibility of managing the expansion and contraction of volume of money supply for general economic welfare. Second, central bank is an apex institution in the banking and the financial structure of the country. Right? So this much you need to know about central bank. The most important part is that our country's central bank is RBI, that is Reserve Bank of India. Now, children, coming to the second, that is The second thing, that is importance of central bank. Why central banks are important? Children, central banks are very important. Number one, they control credit. Number two, as I told you, they do expansion and growth of the bank. They are a specialized financial institution. They mobilizes the savings. They do capital formation. They do export promotion activities. They collect statistical information. They control the exchange rate also. They are important for the sound banking system. They are important for monetary stability. They are important for regional development, and they are important for establishment of stock exchange markets. Yes, that market which deals in shares and debenture. Right, children? So, coming to the second, that is commercial bank. Children, all those banks which you see nearby you, HDFC, State Bank, Dena Bank, Union Bank, XYZ, whatever bank you see, they all comes in the category called commercial bank, and they are owned, managed and controlled by the central bank. Right. Now, what are commercial banks? Children, commercial banks are the most important types of bank in the country. We have defined bank in the terms of commercial bank only. So, these banks accept deposit from the public and give mainly short period loans to the individual, traders and business institutions. In the process of accepting deposit and extending loans, commercial bank create deposit money or credit money. For example, State Bank of India, Dena Bank, Bank of Baroda, Punjab National Bank, Union Bank, etc. are some important commercial banks operating in India. Children, again, once again, you can see in the slide I have mentioned Banking Regulation Act, that is 1949, is a company which transacts the business of banking in India. That is, it defines banking as an acceptance for the purpose of lending or investment of deposit of money from the public, which is repayable on demand or otherwise, and withdrawable by check, draft, order or otherwise. Usually whenever we define term bank, we define term bank in terms of commercial bank only. Right, children? So what we have studied? We have studied about two types of bank, that is central bank and commercial bank. Now coming to the importance of commercial bank. Children, one wish to measure the importance of bank to the economy. Several things can be used for this purpose. Banking is one industry that is related to every other. Without the services that banks provide, other industry would find it difficult or impossible to continue their operations. That's why commercial banks are very important. The entire industries depend on this. Now children, coming to the next and the important topic of this chapter, that is functions of commercial bank. And children, definitely question is framed on this. Right, children? Basically, commercial bank performs many more types of function, and when we talk about the primary functions, the most important primary function of commercial bank is divided into two categories: acceptance of deposit and lending of money. Yes, so primary function of commercial bank, as I told you, is divided into two categories: acceptance of deposit and lending of money. Children, today we will be discussing only the first part, that is acceptance of deposit. Children, when we talk about the acceptance of deposit, we need to know that acceptance of deposit is the most important function of commercial bank. It accepts a deposit from the public. People who have surplus fund with them would like to deposit these money with a commercial bank for one reason or the other. Children, bank accepts mainly three types of deposits. In fact, four types of this deposit. The last one is not that important, but still you need to learn about that. So, accepting deposit, I hope it is clear to you. Once again, I am repeating. Children, it is the most important function of commercial bank. Those who have surplus fund with them, they go and deposit their money with the commercial bank. So, whenever person wants to deposit their money with a commercial bank provides them basically four major options, right? You can see this in the slide I have mentioned. The most important function of commercial bank is to accept deposit from the public. Various sections of society, according to their needs and economic condition, deposit their savings with the bank. So, the acceptance of deposit, as I told you, that the bank provides you four type of option. Number one is fixed deposit. Number two, current deposit. Number three, recurring deposits. And the last is saving deposits. Yes. So, one of the most important primary function of commercial bank is acceptance of deposit, and the following are the types of deposits accepted by the bank. Coming to the first, that is fixed deposit. Children, what is fixed deposit? Fixed deposit is money in these accounts is deposited for the fixed period. That is why they are known as fixed deposits or term deposits. For example, 6 month, 1 year, 2 year, 5 year or more. Children, these deposits are not payable on demand. They do not enjoy check facility. That is, checks cannot be issued against them for making payment. These deposits are also known as time deposits. Yes, mind you, these deposits are also known as time deposits. Since the money deposited in them cannot be withdrawn before the maturity of the period for which the deposit is made. That is why they are known as term deposits. So, for example, if a person has deposited money in the account for the period of 2 years, legally and technically, he cannot withdraw the money before the expiry of 2 years period. But in practice, however, bank allows the depositor to withdraw funds from such deposit even before the maturity period, provided they are willing to lose a part of interest. That is, if the person wants to withdraw the money before the maturity period, the person should be ready to lose a part of the interest. He has to suffer loss. Loss of what? Loss of interest amount. Yes. But um, whenever we but whenever the deposits are made by the persons who have funds spare for some time. Fixed deposits are interest earning deposits. Yes, fixed deposits are interest earning deposits. Why? Because the interest on these deposits is higher than that of saving deposits or any other account. The rate of interest varies with the length of time for which the deposit has been made. Thus, the rate of interest for 2 year deposit is higher than that of 1 year's deposit. For example, if you say that a person is depositing it's some lump sum amount of money for 1 year, so definitely he'll be getting lesser amount of interest. But if a person is depositing his money in fixed deposit and that too for more than 10 years or 5 years, definitely the person will be earning more amount of interest. That is why it is known as interest earning deposits. And children, mind you, fixed deposits are also known as term deposit. I have mentioned important points in this slide. You can read. The first point is deposits with the bank is for fixed period of time. That's why they are called fixed deposit. Number two, principal amount is repayable only in the expire of the term, or you can say maturity period. Third is these types of deposits are also known as term deposits. Deposit in these accounts are made from period of 3 years to 6 years usually. No cash reserve is to be maintained and high rate of interest you get if you deposit your money in fixed deposit account. Right, children? I hope the first primary functions acceptance of deposits first point is clear to you. Now, children, coming to the second point, fixed deposit is clear to you. Now, coming to the second point, that is current account. Now, what are current account? Children, deposits in the current account are payable on demand. That is why current accounts are also known as demand deposits. Money from these deposits can be withdrawn by check without any restriction on the amount or number of withdrawals made. These accounts are mostly held by the traders and businessmen. Yes, children, as I told you that these accounts are mostly held by traders or businessmen who use them for making business payment. Children, in this bank do not pay any interest on these accounts. Bank provides various services to current account holders such as making payment through checks, collection of check payment, issuing draft on behalf of the account holders, etc. Bank in fact levies certain service charges on the customer for the services rendered by them. Children, one thing important here is that bank does not provide any amount of interest and this is usually opened by businessmen or traders. Now, children, I have mentioned important points in the slide. You can see number one, unlimited deposit. That is any amount of deposit you can make in this type of account. Second, low account maintenance and charges. It has got very small amount of maintenance charges. Third is free monthly statement. You can get your statement whenever you want, whenever you demand, you get a statement of your account. Then unlimited free cash withdrawal. As much as money you want to withdraw from your account, you can do that. There is no restriction as such. Overdraft facility, definitely it is there. And free 50 multiplicity check slips per month. You get a checkbook from which you can withdraw money from your account. Right, children? So this was about current account. Now you can see here in the slide also I have mentioned about current account so that you can read it. Is that clear? Now, coming to the next, that is recurring deposit, which is in short form known as RD. Yes, R stands for recurring and D stands for deposit. Now, children, Recurring deposits, first of all, is also known as cumulative deposits. They are the types of they are one of the types of the fixed deposit. In case a depositor make regular payments, in case the depositor make regular payments of the given sum, for example 2000 rupees per month for a specified period like 2 years, such deposits are designed to motivate the small savers to save a particular amount regularly. Right, children? This I have mentioned in the slide also. You can read. The repayment of the deposit must be made to the account pay check if the amount of deposit along with the interest is above 20,000. The payment can also be made by crediting the saving or the current account of the depositor. In case of joint holding, the repayment is usually made in the name of the first person. So this is a process. Children, it is also known as cumulative deposits, and the deposits can save a recurring amount every month for the period selected. If the depositor closes his accounts within 3 months, no interest is paid. Children, one thing more important about this account is that in this whatever interest you get is usually higher than saving account, but it is less than fixed deposit account. So it is also, you can say, small amount of interest earning deposit, because in this you get the interest which is higher than the saving account but less than fixed deposits account. Fine, because in current account you don't get any interest, even you have to pay some fees or charges to the bank. Children, coming to the last account, that is saving account. Yes. Now, saving account. What are saving accounts? Now, saving account deposit or saving bank account are payable on demand and the money can be withdrawn by check. But there are certain restrictions imposed on the depositor of this account. Children, bank imposes a limit on amount and number of withdrawals made by the account holder during a particular period. However, these restrictions are strictly followed by the banks, are not that strictly followed by the banks. Basically, these accounts are held by the holders households who have ideal cash for a short period. Deposit in these accounts earn interest at nominal rate, like 2 to 3% only interest they get, and these are usually opened by salaried class. Yes. Now, saving account, basically, children, I mentioned in the slide, a saving account is an account used to deposit money at the bank or a credit union and earn interest on the account over a time. The purpose of the account is for a small saving that you want to have a good access to but does not need for daily expenses. This type of account is often the easiest account for children to open because of its simplicity. It's first stage account for many people and it is used by people of all ages. Basically, the salaried class people use this type of account. Right, children? Children, with this we come to the end of the acceptance of deposit function, and in that we have discussed about 4 accounts. First was yes, current account, then FD, then saving account, and then RD. Children, you have to prepare these all these types of accounts in one other form also. In council, they usually ask questions that distinguish between saving account and current account. So let's discuss that also. Children, in saving account, as I told you that saving account is basically to encourage savings and current account is for high number of transactions. Saving account is usually opened by salaried class people and the current account is usually opened by business people. Now, children, in this way we have completed the first portion of functions of bank. As I told you, functions of banks are 2, primary and secondary. Primary functions are basically acceptance of deposit, in which we need to talk about the 4 accounts, that is saving account, fixed deposit, current account and RD. Children, tomorrow onwards we will be continuing with the granting of advances and the other secondary functions of bank. So children, thank you so much. That's all for today.